YouTube scam. Like I said, one of the creators or one of the programmers working at YouTube basically pretty much like I said, there's no direct correlation to advertising and finances. Just because you have advertising and just because you have followers does not actually mean you get a check exactly. But YouTube and other things, just like most of my things would do, basically pretty much, well, it came out basically that a bunch of head people at YouTube were actually harassing people or something like that. I'm not exactly sure exactly what the deal was, but basically a couple of people who worked at YouTube or something like that basically edited in or had a whole bunch of computers, or there's a whole bunch of people basically out there pretty much having computers pretty much say that they had lots of followers, but they actually didn't really have lots of followers. It was actually just a computer program basically just clicking follow or whatever. It's just it's something with YouTube. Anyway, there's a huge YouTube scam basically. Eventually, it came out pretty much, um, or will come out basically about the advertising and stuff like that. Many YouTubers were being asked to do things basically. Pretty much, someone was contacting them, pretending to be someone else, and it was actually one of the people at YouTube, and talking to them basically, harassing them. Like I said, the police department would investigate, of course, these allegations of harassment and stuff like that. And somebody at YouTube was harassing women, basically, harassing the YouTubers, asking them to do acts and different other things. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, I don't really care, but basically, I mean, YouTube was basically hitting up the government or people for basically finances. Like I said, YouTube actually isn't really a big company. It's actually just one building, just like Facebook. It's just basically one building, pretty much, with a computer, or a set of computers, and a record storage area. It's not much more than that. And there was quite a lot of money being made at YouTube, apparently, or at least they were being given lots of money for advertising and other things. And like I say, it turned out to be just a scam and just a bunch of 16-year-old kids basically messing around and pretty much trying to run YouTube and actually harassing women, thousands or millions of women out there, and they could harass 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 with anonymity, which they did. So, anyway, I don't know why it always turns out to be about sex, but it does, apparently. Anyway, as basically people at YouTube were using the computers to contact YouTubers without other people knowing, because they were doing it from the home computers at YouTube. So basically, not hackers, not anything else like that. Like I said, people would legitimately contact these businesses and give them their credit cards and all kinds of stuff. And those credit card numbers were being sold and given or used by unscrupulous people, basically. Anyway, lots of these things. I don't know what it is about money or about people, but it seems like if they can get away with something, they usually try at some point, or someone does. Whatever. More power to you. Like I said, lots of things like, for instance, like you'll find out actually that Korea was actually basically cleaning up the internet and doing lots of fixing, basically. They were actually running the internet for a while. Probably for me. The Chinese government, actually. Like most people didn't actually know where the supercomputers were being housed or who they actually had. More than a telephone line. So, anyway, whatever. Like I say, I don't really care personally. But there's lots of information, lots of things where people are trying to control information or trying to control people. Whatever. Zachary. Zachary Bill Gates. How was the Guantanamo Bay blood smearing anyway with LSD, Bill Gates? Did you have fun? Was it good for you? Do you feel like an Alfa Romeo now? Did you get all those hot girls? How were the steroids? Did it affect your intelligence at all? I said, Zachary, or Bill Gates. Basically, there's lots of stories about him. He shot someone at a dorm. It's unknown exactly who Bill Gates or what exactly he did. Like he may have shot his dorm roommate or something like that. Anyway, there's lots of stuff. Like I said, you should research Zachary or Bill Gates and his father. They're people you should look up, basically. Anyway, and look up 17-hour or 48-hour standoff in some teletype room in Ireland or Germany or someplace. He was a foreign exchange student who should have gone to jail for the rest of his life, considering what he did. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, though you may change your name, Zachary, Zack Attack. One of the head swatters, as they say. Like I said, where did you find my shells, by the way? My LSF-A. And, I mean, my LS shells. That's what I want to know, is where did you find those? And how the frig did Ronnie Beretti get them? From the Chinese government, probably? I said, those are nuclear reactions in air. Those are not to be used on a plant surface. I don't know who said that you could have those or use those or manufacture those. Like I said, they're using them so much that Ireland and some people actually refused to make them after a while. Because they make a mess of everything. So, anyway, and someone actually fired one off at a concert. He was on LSD or something like that and fired into the crowd. He killed a swath right through the crowd. They had to cover it up. I had to refund their money and also pay their family members, as there was a couple hundred people killed at that concert. Anyway, something that happened. So anyway, yes. Lots of cleaning up, you know. Squeaky clean, all clean. Except your conscience. How's that? How's it holding up? Do you still see their faces when you go to sleep? Anyway, people's faces haunting you is another thing I did. I was tired of all the death. So were a lot of other people. So anyway, you would possibly remember the people you killed till the day you die. I hope. Anyway, another little present from Lusifer Star to my life forms. I said, you would hopefully have dreams of their screams, of their cries for mercy. I was not happy with how you were acting. Apparently a conscience and other things wasn't enough. And I wanted the death to stop. Anyway, God, no. No God here. Just me, Lusifer Star. Anyway, good luck with all that, as they say. I did also pay some sharpshooters as well and give them money so they could go out and protect civilization. There's lots of groups out there that would know of me or be using my money. Good groups. People that protected people. Kept them safe. From people like Zachary and JFK, Nixon, Jimmy Carter. Whatever the names that they like to use. I don't really care. All I cared about was the death. I wanted it to stop. And like I say, you see, I was very powerful and very rich. Owner of the Titanic. Builder of the White Star Lines. And of the Renault manufacturing plant, which was real and quite large. I had other manufacturing plants too. Like I said, it was my steel, my metal, my aluminum that they were using to build those aluminum buses and iron ships. They are very beautiful, you see, and very gorgeous, and very real, unlike Zachary and other people. So, anyway, like I say, my 1.5s, my exoskeletons, my acid-form life forms, or acid-breathing, or acid-based life forms, they're all real. I never bluff. I never lie. It's one of my things. So anyway, yes,